Polkadot. It is a phenomenal project. If you don't know about Polkadot, it is doing some amazing things. But today we're not focused on fundamentals, we're focused on technicals. What is the price action doing with Polkadot? How can we make high probability trades or investments in Polkadot so we can make money on the upside or the downside and minimize our risk? So if you like today's video, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And if you're wondering, you probably know who I am by now, but I'm Jagir, the award-winning author of the Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. I've been trading currencies for over 15 years, and now I bring that knowledge to cryptocurrencies. Featured in the best-selling book in 2008, High Probability Trading Strategies. So my job is to serve you and to bring this wisdom to you. So let's jump into Polkadot. This is a daily chart. Now, all I want you to focus on is two things. One, this number one over here. Again, did a nice move to the upside since early this year, pretty much January this year. We had this amazing move to the upside. The price went from around $4 to all the way as high as almost $50. Like a nice 10x movement. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And then it did this nice correction. What I'm seeing as a potential A, B, C. So what I want to do is, what are the potential opportunities with Polkadot in the very near future? So let's actually look. I'm just going to, this chart in the top right hand corner, top left is a weekly chart. And the momentum on the weekly has just gone bullish, meaning that there's going to be likely some buying opportunities. The daily momentum is oversold. It means it's in the lower part, which means there's going to be some potential buying opportunities. But now what we're looking for is pattern, price, momentum, and time. If those coincide, then we have some brilliant opportunities. So what I'm seeing on a smaller time frame, so this is as of March 30th, this low, on a more lesser degree. What I'm seeing is that the market's moved. If I just zoom out so you just get clear on what time frame I'm looking at. What we just saw was this big move to the downside. This is the potential end of that correction. We've seen this move up, 1, 2, and then on a lesser degree, we're seeing a potential another 1, 2. So I want to just focus on this part here, right? Because this is some textbook chart patterns that we're seeing. A couple of things. I'll just get rid of this. Let's just get rid of this as well. So we can just keep it nice and clean. Let's just focus on this part of the market. Okay, here we go. So we've got this move to the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of a 1. We've got this nice correction, A, B, C. It's hit the 78.6% price retracement, which is a really important psychological point for a wave 2 correction. So what I'm looking for personally is for the market, there's different ways of trading this. There's the slightly higher risk but slightly more reward, which is you can get in earlier to the market. So I was looking for, and if I just zoom in here, I was looking for this minor swing high to get taken out. But actually what's much safer and higher probability is the following. WD again said it best, buy on the first pullback. So we can do that on a slightly smaller time scale. If I just get this arrow, boom. So what we can do is, this is a correction here, right? And it's a small correction. This down here is also looking like a small correction. So we're probably going to see a bit more move to the downside. So what I'm looking for is a move that's bigger than this to the upside. That is called overbalance of price and time, as in there's a higher price movement and time movement than the previous corrections in the waves. That's our first major indicator that there's been a reversal in the trend, right? And then what I tend to do is that then I'll wait for the next pullback, right, on a lesser degree. And normally, if that breaks down into an A, B, C, there'll be a great buying opportunity. So right now, Polkadot is a beast of a project. Like, it is phenomenal. Like, it's a top 10 coin. I think it's top 5 now, or top 6, 7, maybe 8. But it's in that region. And they're doing some amazing things, and they're solving a lot of meaningful problems, but purely on the technicals, because the fundamentals, it just gives more confidence for people to buy and sell. But it's ultimately the buying and the selling that drives the price up and down. More buyers than sellers, price goes up. More sellers than buyers, price goes down. In short-term markets, all markets, but especially the crypto markets, are a voting machine. Meaning people are voting based on their confidence and speculation, short-term via buying and selling. So what we're looking for is just the psychology of the market to reveal itself, to say, okay, there's been a reversal. There's more optimism in the market for whichever reason, and more people are buying. But when we start seeing the first pullback, boom, there's a great opportunity to buy. So Polkadot, love Polkadot. But we're just looking at it objectively and saying, look, I'm going to anticipate a further move to the downside. That's going to be likely, and then we'll probably see some type of move to the upside. And ideally, we want it to be bigger than any previous move. And then we're looking for a correction within the correction, and then we're looking for a long position. If you want that to make more sense, if you haven't already, take my free crypto trading masterclass. I cover Elliott Wave theory, just the high level principles, and some other of my, I call it my top 3 secrets that you should know when you come to trading or investing to minimize your risk and maximize your upside, because we want to ride the trends and we want to surf those trends. All right, so that's Polkadot, right? We'll keep a close eye on this. Because I think, especially when Bitcoin confirms its low, Polkadot, I think, is going to moon. It's going to go to all-time new highs by September, October, November. It should be on, I think one of you asked me, I think you asked, when will Polkadot hit $91? $91. Actually, let's do a quick projection. Let's do it, right? Because I know you like price projections, right? Most people avoid doing this. I love doing this. Why? Because it's objective and we can just use Elliott Wave theory. So what is the typical price of a wave 3, which comes after a wave 2? Well, the typical minimum is a 1.618 of wave 1. So we're going to measure this low to this high. I'm doing it fast. I cover this in my advanced courses, by the way, if you're wanting to learn this. But I'm not going to teach it today because it's a bit technical. So I am going to, and let me just get rid of these as well. And get rid of this. We don't need that no more. So the price is 1.618 is actually $87. So when are we likely to hit a wave 3 high? Well, if this does end up being the wave 2 low, wave 3 typically is a minimum time of the same time it's taken to do a wave 1. So if we measure this wave, what we're seeing potentially as a wave 1, and we project it forward from a potential wave 2 low. So the date, oh, here we go. Look at this. Perfection. September 21st, right? Oh, sorry, not 21st, if I can read the date properly. September 12th. It's 21 as in 2021. September 12th, 2021, we should have the minimum time it takes, like the wave 3 shouldn't complete before that date. The maximum, the typical maximum is actually the same time it takes to do a whole wave 1 to a wave 2. So if we just measure this time, wave 1 to the end of wave 2. Now this wave 2 hasn't been confirmed yet, so we're just projecting here. So now it's quite broad because the second day is October 16th. So it's not that broad, it's like 4 to 6 weeks. But what we have is this higher typical time frame price projection for a wave 3 high. And I'm going to I like to draw these rectangles and go boom. So we've got a price and time target where the market may unfold something like this, where it might go 1, 2, 3, 4, and something like this, like a 5. Maybe let's say it overextends, and I can draw this line over here. So that's what we're kind of anticipating. There you go. You got a nice forecast. But I'm not forecasting for the fun of forecasting. I'm not forecasting because I'm trying to be, I don't know, a savant that kind of reads the future. No, I'm actually going, right, this is the high probability outcome that I'm anticipating. So I want to find a high probable, low risk zone that I can buy and ride this whole wave 3. Because the price action, I'm going to show you one more thing actually, because most people don't get this. Because today's price is around $21. This high over here is $130. And if it unfolds, that's a major movement. That's a 600% return if you're buying the underlying token. However, if you know how to use leverage, what you can do, so there's some garden works going on outside. So if you're hearing drilling or whatever it is, I apologize. So here, let's just say we managed to get into an entry point where, let me just do that one more time. This is a good tool to use. Let's just say we managed to get a risk quite narrow and we enter at some point down here. We can probably get it even more narrow. And let's say we manage to ride this wave to this top over here. That's 26 times your money. 26 times your risk, is that correct? 27 times even. Now if the stop loss is a bit larger, the reward would reduce. But if we can get a tight stop loss and we can jump into like in fact, let me show you this. Because most people just don't get this. Let me show you this. I want to loop this. I'm trying to get this really understood. I'm sure I did it on this chart. Bear with me. This is going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Right, this thing. I'm going to bring it over here. Right, so on a what we're looking for, if we just zoom right the way in, zoom right the way in, zoom right the way in, what I'm looking for is a really tight stop loss. This is going to blow your mind, by the way, because all of a sudden you go from 600% to a potential, well, you're going to see it, you're going to see it. So let's just imagine let me get rid of these. We don't need these right now. Let's just get rid of these. We'll leave that there. Let's just say the market, let's just say we did our entry and we wanted to go on this swing high. Let's just say for argument's sake. And our stop loss was down here. This is our stop loss. Now our risk reward, did I lose that thing? I did delete the thing, didn't I? Let me bring it back. Where'd it go? There we go. This. Yeah, we're going to keep this. It's going to be worth the wait. It's going to be worth the wait. It's going to blow your mind. It blows my mind even though I'm the one doing it. So let's say this was our stop loss down here. So this is our risk. So the risk we can represent with this red part, right? And let's just keep the reward, our price projection. Let's say we hit that. So now I'm going to jump back into the daily chart and you'll see the difference. Because that's why you can do your trade entries on multiple time frames. Daily, you can see the macro picture. Then on the 4-hour chart, you can see the intermediate picture. And then on the hourly chart, you can see the micro picture and we get some great entry points. So now all of a sudden, the number's so large, you can't even, I'm going to have to zoom in. Now all of a sudden, now I'm not saying that you'll be able to ride this whole wave, but you'll see now all of a sudden it went from a 600% return, $20 to $140, 600-700%. If you're buying the underlying token with no stop losses, which is a good option to do, by the way, that's the particular strategy. Then we saw, right, if we had a wide stop loss, we would get like a 20 times return, which is 2,000%. But if we managed to go into a lower time frame and saw a logical position to have a really tight stop loss and we're risking that same amount, then all of a sudden the return is 128x, which is, what's that, 12,800%, right? And if you manage to ride that wave, now you probably wouldn't ride the whole wave because there's going to be 20% pullbacks, 50% pullbacks, you'll probably exit and then probably re-enter. But it just kind of tells you the possibility when you know some of the advanced strategies. That's why I created the masterclass, by the way, just so some of these advanced strategies I can get across to you. And then when we're talking in the videos, it will just make more sense. So take the masterclass. Hopefully you enjoyed that extra bonus. I wasn't planning on doing that. Yeah, my team sometimes they go, yeah, keep the videos less than 5 minutes. And I go, sometimes my mind just kind of goes on a little tangent and I think I can give you more value. So let me know what you want to see next. Share this video if you think it will help others. I will see you soon in one of my future videos.